What's up everyone, Coach Bruce here, bringing you our next out-of-the-box workout. It's supposed to be a beautiful day in the Buckeye State today, so hopefully we can get out and enjoy it a little bit. But we will go ahead and get right into things. So we have today a dumbbell focused Metcon. So if you have a dumbbell, kettlebell, you'll need some sort of weight. You can also, we have an adaptation for if you have just a sandbag or a book bag, plate as well. So, but we will need some kind of weight for this workout. So to start off with our warm-up, just get a 400-meter jog in, just something to get your blood flowing a little bit. You can, if you don't have room, you can sub that for jumping jacks for about 2 to 3 minutes, something like that. Jumping jacks, mountain climbers, same thing again to get that heart pumping. After that, we'll go right into a 6-minute AMRAP, a few movements here. So the first one is going to be the Samson lunges, which again, those are going to be nice lunge, good lunge form here. And then really reaching back, stretching our back and shoulders. Then we're going to also add twist in there. You'll switch, another lunge in there. We'll stretch back. Next up, we're going to have 10 of just these arm crosses. Again, take your time with these. If you want to throw in a few kind of this way as well, you can do that. Next up, we're going to do 10 tempo air squats. So we're going to go 3 seconds down and then quick pause at the bottom, 3 seconds back up. So something like this, so 3, 2, 1, and back up, 3, 2, 1. So we'll go ahead and do 10 of those. And then finally, for this part of the warm-up, we're going to do those push-up to pikes. So again, what those look like, nice good push-up form. And pulling back, stretching there. You'll do about 10 of those. Again, take your time with these movements. This is just to get you ready for our Metcon coming up. So to kind of talk about the Metcon a little bit, we've got 4 different movements. Again, so grab your dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever it is that you have. So what the Metcon is, it's going to be 3 rounds for time. It's going to start out with, you're essentially doing 2 movements with one arm before you switch to the next arm. So it's going to be 10 power snatches with the left arm, and then right into 10 overhead lunges with that left arm. Then you'll switch to the right arm, do those 10 snatches, 10 overhead lunges. Next, you'll go into 10, go back to the left arm, 10 of dumbbell cleans, 10 front squats with that dumbbell on the left arm, and then switching over to the right arm for those 10 and 10. So again, that's about, it's going to be 80 reps per round. So we'll go through that 3 times. If maybe you have a light weight that you want a little bit more of a workout, a little bit longer of a workout, feel free. Or if you want to do like an RX Plus option, you can push that to 5 rounds if you'd like. This 3 rounds is going to be probably somewhere in that 15-minute range of a workout. So there shouldn't really be much rest in there either. So I'm going to go over, I know programmed a kind of a Metcon prep, so we'll go over that, the movements real quick. So with these dumbbell snatches, with these snatches, we're really trying to make sure we're keeping that dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever it is, close to our body as we're pulling up, full extension, and then exploding underneath, making sure we're really punching up with that dumbbell. So a couple of these, get a nice flat back, and remembering to really use our legs, use our whole body to really get explosive with that. After we do, so that is going to be the dumbbell snatch with the for the overhead lunges. If you want to do your last snatch, keep it up and then do these lunges. Making sure we're really focusing on punching up towards the ceiling, punching up towards the sky, keeping our good stability with that overhead lunge. And again, those are 10 total lunges. So not each leg. It is 10 total lunges, alternating. You can do those reverse lunges, you can do walking lunges if you have the room. That's kind of up to you on those. Next up, we'll do the dumbbell clean. So same idea as the snatch, keeping that nice and close, then being explosive. These are both power cleans and power snatches, so you can dip under them a bit. So with the cleans, something like this. Touching the ground each time. Cleaning it up to our shoulders. Just like with a barbell, trying to be really quick with those elbows, making sure we're getting that up here. And then the front squats are going to be like so. So, couple scaling options. So, I know a lot of people, maybe the overhead lunges might be difficult. If you feel uncomfortable or have too heavy of a weight for the overhead lunges, you can do suitcase lunges. So instead of having it overhead, just holding it off to the side here and doing your lunges that way. Obviously, to scale, you can also go down in weight a little bit. If you don't have that option, if maybe you only have one dumbbell, this might be a little bit too heavy for you. You can also just knock down the reps a little bit, maybe do 8 of each movement instead of the 10. Whatever you need to do there. And then, as I mentioned, if you don't have a dumbbell, you just have a book bag you can load up with some weight, or if you have a plate, instead of the snatches, you can do ground to overhead. So, just tap the ground here, being explosive this way, and then you can still do the movements with just the single book bag or whatever. You would just, instead of switching arms, just go through those movements twice. So you'll go snatch or ground to overhead into those overhead lunges, then you go back to ground to overhead lunges, and then go through the rest of it like so. So as far as the workout, as I mentioned, it should be around that 15-minute mark for those 3 rounds. I do also have a finisher, so it's a little bit of something different. Trying to switch things up a little bit. I'm not sure if many of you have done this before, but it's essentially called Flower. It's to the beat of a song. It's actually the first time I've heard this song a couple weeks ago when I saw this, but so essentially what it's going to be is it's about 3.5 minutes long. Every time they say bring Sally up, you're going to hold in a push-up position at the top. Every time they say bring Sally down, you're going to hold at the bottom of the push-up position. But kind of the catch with that is you want to make sure you're keeping about an inch apart, an inch off the ground. So we're not doing like hand release push-ups and resting. We're keeping that tension the entire time. So if you go, the idea is to hopefully try to get through the entire thing, which will be about 30 push-ups, which might not sound like a lot, but being under tension the entire time for about 3.5 minutes, that can start to add up. I'll just do a couple here to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. So obviously, it's starting in the beginning. That is bring Sally up. Just hold it here about an inch off the ground. So we'll just kind of keep following that pattern throughout the whole thing and see how far through the song you can get. Something you can kind of test yourself on randomly and see if you're kind of progressing with this, see if you can get through the entire song. But something a little bit different there, but hope you guys enjoy this workout. Hope you guys can enjoy the weather. Can't wait to get back in the gym with y'all. But if you have any questions till then, feel free to reach out to us coaches. Again, we're always here to help you guys out. So miss you guys, but until then, we'll see you next time.